Welcome back to Las Vegas. It's Alex Belfield back in Sin City at the legendary MGM Grand at one of my favourite dining experiences of this trip, certainly. Fiamma Trattoria and Bar is right here in the centre of MGM, and Chef Paolo talks to us now. How are you?
Very good, thank you. How are you doing?
Well, I'm delicious because last night there I was on my birthday dinner. I came here and you did me proud. You put together this unique menu which was so full of flavour and texture and taste. Congratulations, you definitely know what you're doing.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to do it. I didn't know it was your birthday, but I really, like I say, I enjoyed do it and go out from my regular menu a little bit and play around with different ingredients, and what a perfect occasion.
Oh, and it was so nice. The service was perfect. What is interesting about this town, it seems to me there are two types of restaurants. Those who have those in who will never come back and they don't care, and then those who want to be here forever and have regulars and have a reputation. You're clearly in the second category. It is sort of a town of two halves, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's a weird town, a little bit difficult sometimes to work because, like you say, there is customers that you will never see again, and people that they are coming back every year. But it doesn't matter. You have to try to capture mostly that you can if you want to stay in business. So you have to give 100% every day. Doesn't matter who is sitting on your restaurant.
And here we are then at 11:30 in the morning. I was here and left here about 10 o'clock last night, and you were here then. Are you sleeping behind the bar? I mean, you live here?
No, but I would love it, so at least I can save all the trip to drive.
Is there any greater pleasure and honor than having a restaurant in Las Vegas? Because this is a brutal town. If you're no good, you simply won't survive. More restaurants probably shut in this town than anywhere else, and here you are, you continue to be open and doing big business. There's an investment in you and a compliment from MGM that they're prepared to have you here.
Well, I hope so. I put, every day 100% is not enough. I put 120%, 130%, and that's what I ask also to my guys. If we want to survive, you have to be there every day, or, every time that they need you, you need to be there and be ready and be there with your head, not somewhere else.
And again, in any other hotel around the world, you'd have one restaurant. You're competing with guys across the street, just here, just down there. You have Joel Robuchon within walking distance. I mean, some of the greatest chefs in the world are in this building. And again, that must say something about your standard. I mean, they only need the best because this is MGM Grand.
Well, I don't see a competition, meaning people that choose to come here, it's probably a big crowd than the one that can choose to go to Robuchon or some other places. So I will say that it's and plus this is a big business city. You have a lot of people coming in and out every day. So people have a lot of choices. And I'm glad that we are still here after, I believe, 8 years that Fiamma is here.
It's incredible. How did you get here? Why you? Why did they pick you?
I think was luck. I have to tell you, in 24 years already, I never looked for a job. Always jobs comes to me.
That's not luck then, that's talent, isn't it?
I don't know what to call it, but it is. I was talking with my wife a couple of years ago when we got, Las Vegas got hit. All United States got hit quite hard, and I say, you know what? The last thing that I worry is losing my job. There is always job for people who did well.
I'm always amazed how people can get it so wrong. I mean, just the wrong linen, the wrong lighting, the wrong music can just spoil your dining experience. There's a lot of things you've got to think about before we even get to the food, isn't there? The way you're greeted, the way you're seated, who your server is. How personally do you take all that? Are you on top of everything from the second I walk through the door?
Well, I have a good team, like the manager Anthony is a very professional guy, and he's making sure, even if in the days that he's not here, he's making sure that his assistants are taking care of the business in the way that he should. And sure, sometimes things goes in the wrong way, but you have to be there and recognize that something's going wrong and put it back on the right track. And so I think one of the successful part is to have a good team. Like always, I tell my guys in the lineups before we start the day, we are a team. I'm Italian, so I keep bringing the soccer team, but we are a team. If the coach sucks, the ball sinks. Exactly. So I try to tell them and try to tell them I try to be the best for you as a coach, and you guys, they are my players, and you need to be the best too.
Indeed. And what's nice about this restaurant is there's a certain theatre with it, not only with the food but when you come in. Just describe your room, because it is beautiful.
Yes, it's a beautiful room, very, very particular, contemporary, and even if the years went by, I still have a lot of compliments about the decor and how it looks like.
And it has to, doesn't it? Because, I mean, this is an entertainment city where people want theatre, whether it's in a theatre or in a restaurant.
Yes, it is, and time goes fast, and you have to be on the wave all the time, on top.
We were definitely on the same wavelength last night. I didn't know what you were going to serve. I didn't order. You very kindly put me together a menu, and the first thing you brought out was a scallop with some foie gras. I mean, if you're trying to get in my good books, that was the way to do it. Absolutely delicious. And again, there's a certain elegance to your food, which is obvious, and the way it's presented is beautiful, but you don't overcook your food. I mean, something like a scallop is beautiful in itself. It doesn't need too much, does it?
No, yeah. One of the things that I learned back in the days, it was keep it simple, and you will taste all the natural flavors of the items. Don't compromise too much, don't add too much, keep it simple. If you want to taste some food, keep it simple.
And then you brought some tortelli out, which was just incredible. Again, when you cooking pasta, there's a point where you got to stop, isn't there? Equally, you got to get it cooked enough. And how do you know? That's my question, especially when you're doing so many covers. Who is watching that? How do you know? Because when I do it, it's either too hard, too soft, too gooey, too in the bin straight away.
I think it's just the practicing and being there for so many years. It's like when you set the alarm for wake up in the morning every morning, and at a certain point you start to wake up by yourself at that time. So it's something like that. It's for the same for when you cook meat, and you have to guess the right temperature, and after a while you get used, and it's coming naturally.
I'd love to see your store cupboard. Just a few things that I've seen on my menu that I loved last night. I mean, we've got foie gras, we've got polenta, we've got some rabbit meat sauce, we've got saffron, we've got lobster ricotta cheese, we've got, I'm going on and on here, but you can see there's a lot in your food. And I saw last night when you came out and very kindly came to see us after the dinner. I mean, you take great pride in it and you love it, don't you? This is your art. This is like Car to Cirque du Soleil. I mean, this is your showbiz.
Yes, a good thing of the restaurant is there is not others. This is unique, and I don't have to follow a recipe book. Wait. And step in the kitchen, open the book. Okay, this is the recipe. No, it's be myself every day and be able, because products change every day. Talking about the produce or fish, and they change every day. So you have to be able to serve the right product, and you don't serve the right product if you just follow a book.
And there's nothing swimming past here in Las Vegas. There's nothing growing here in the desert. Is it still easy? Because it's a big world, but a small one at the same time. Can you get everything? Is there anything you can't get here?
Yes, you can you can basically get almost everything. There is a few products that still we are not able to importing, and I tried to find here on the territory, but they are not quite the same of stuff that would you find in Italy, for example.
And then, of course, you present dessert, which is always a good way to finish any meal. I won't finish a meal without it. That's why I'm the size I am. And again, just beautifully presented and delicious. Get a dessert wrong, it's the last thing you remember. And that really is your sort of swan song, isn't it? That's the last memory we have of the restaurant. And if it's spectacular, you're going to come back. And it was.
Well, dessert, yes, it's a particular moment of all your meal, because you are quite filled up, and so you have to be good enough to capture your attention and not be something boring and just I had a spoon and I'm done. You need to be something that is able to make you say, oh, I'm gonna have this.
Thank you so much for having me last night. Just finally about you, Paolo, is this home now, or are you going to go back to the motherland eventually?
I don't know. I don't think much about tomorrow. I'm live day by day, and never know. I never see me in United States. My dream was to go in Australia, and I landed here. So, and I learned in my 4 years to don't plan too much, because usually things go in the other way, not in the wrong way, in the other way. So I don't know. Maybe, probably, I hope for retirement, but it's a nice country.
Exactly, and to be here at the world famous MGM Grand, there can't be any greater compliment for a chef. You're in the world's most famous casino against and next to some of the world's greatest chefs, which means you must be up there with them. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I hope, like I said before, I try to do the best. I don't look too much around. If you're asking me if I watch any cooking show on TV, no. I just I go my way.
And that's why you're so unique and different. Thank you for having me last night. Fiamma's here at MGM Grand. Chef Paolo, thank you so much for having me and talking to me this morning. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, no problem. I'm very glad to have it.